This quick presentation is all about the mind of the power seller and what separates the power seller from the average seller on Amazon. In order to understand the differences, we first need to outline the mind of the average seller. Average sellers may live in fear because they're not quite sure of the dynamics of the laws that govern the sale of the items that they acquire. For example, arbitrage sellers are specifically selling the goods of brand owners without permission. Average sellers know that they don't have this permission, so they constantly live in fear that a brand owner or Amazon themselves may take some kind of punitive action against them. Average sellers spend a lot of time sourcing product, especially arbitrage sellers. They spend so much time, in fact, that they hit a cap because they can't grow past a certain point. Average sellers do not have a commercial address because the thought never occurred to them to get one, or they think it's too expensive, etc. This massively reduces their ability to acquire goods in a growth-oriented fashion. Average sellers create artificial boundaries for themselves that don't really exist. They tell themselves that setting up a company is too hard. They don't get a resale tax certificate because they think it's too hard. And they never call vendors to buy products directly because they think it's too hard or they don't know what to say. Instead, they settle for continuing to buy vendor goods without permission through arbitrage, or even worse, through liquidations. And it's a proven fact that average sellers are one infringement claim away from losing their Amazon selling privileges. This is why they live in fear. They don't know how to appeal claims because they don't know how to use two special laws designed to protect them to their advantage. Now let's outline the mind of a power seller. Power sellers have no fear because they know the laws that are designed to protect their interests, and they know how to use these laws to protect themselves against any and all claims. They know how to easily gain permission to sell all the goods they acquire. They sell all vendor goods with confidence in any marketplace. Power sellers don't spend much time sourcing because they buy and sell the same products over and over again. This allows them to scale their operation for unlimited growth. Power sellers set up storefronts. These are simply commercial receiving addresses that are set up to receive goods from their vendors. Some power sellers have a real store with foot traffic, but most do not. They simply set up a commercial receiving address at a UPS store, pack mail, or they rent the service of a warehouse to receive for them, rent shelf space in a consignment shop or any other physical store, or they use an Amazon prep pack facility. Their commercial address allows them to get past the brick and mortar requirement of most vendors. Most vendors require a commercial receiving address and are not explicit in requiring quote-unquote foot traffic, also known as physical walk-in-the-door customers. Power sellers know that it's nobody's business, not a vendor's or Amazon's, how they run the physical activity of their business or conduct their internal business operations. They operate without fear. Power sellers do not construct artificial boundaries. They set up their company or DBA, they get their resale tax certificate to make everything legal, and they make simple communications to set up accounts with vendors. Power sellers do not sell any vendor goods without permission. They know that arbitrage is a dangerous game, so they simply don't play it. Power sellers understand that no vendor can restrict them from selling their legally acquired goods in any marketplace. Amazon intimately understands this as well, even though it may not seem so. So here's a quick summary. Power sellers are able to buy and sell merchandise from any vendor and sell it on Amazon or any other marketplace without fear. They easily get past any brand restrictions on Amazon and commonly sell merchandise with limited competition as a result. They never fear suspension from Amazon because they know how Amazon operates from a legal standpoint. They know how to appeal and win all claims that may arise from their selling activity. They use very simple communications to gain vendor permission to sell their products on Amazon. They easily access thousands of new SKUs by sending the same email to new prospective vendors. They do this by placing a bunch of simple hooks in the water. Most of what power sellers buy is considered a replen. They buy the same products over and over again. They spend a very small amount of time sourcing, and they spend less time and make way more than the average seller. They have full confidence in their ability to seek a new brand, set up an account with that brand, and then sell that brand on Amazon without fear. And they're able to do this even if the brand owner does not allow Amazon sales. Would you like unlimited access to buy and sell all goods, even the restricted ones on Amazon? I've created an in-depth course that outlines everything you need to know and do, such as the simple and specific laws that make all this possible and how to use them for your own protection and advantage. The mindset that you need to have and hold to be able to buy and sell any brand. Setting up a pseudo storefront, also known as a commercial receiving address, super easily and very affordably. And also included is the specific road-tested and proven approach to getting approved by almost any vendor to sell their goods, even if they restrict Amazon sales, which includes contact emails and what to say on phone calls. And of course, all you need to know to get approved for accounts. And then of course, the all-important protecting your butt. You'll get specific copy and paste template letters to present to Amazon to combat any and all infringement or counterfeit claims and win 100% of the time. These are road tested and proven templates. You'll also receive personal contact with me if you have any questions or ever need help appealing an infringement claim. To learn more about this course, just click the link down at the end of the post below. I hope you enjoyed this presentation and we'll talk again soon. Thanks.